Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Happy New Year's, everyone. Year of the Firehorse 2026. Okay, guys, what I'm going to teach you in this video and the next video is going to be in my book, Cracked Female Code, with a lot of other interesting facts and communication skills. The music will go down in 15 seconds. Okay, so here we go. Are women batshit crazy Captain Insano, or do we just misunderstand each other? Pay attention, because you're about to learn something very, very important. No more frustration, no more anger, no more hurt. Imagine clarity in communication, understanding, and connecting emotionally in a much better way. What does that mean? What do you mean? What's a deeper meaning of that? What does that really mean? I'm about to tell you now. We are about to go into the deeper meaning of what the female brain means. Enter Omega Power. These two skills I'm about to teach you, especially for men, will give you greater social power and will help you move forward in life. In business, sales, dating, and relationships. Ladies, listen in. You're going to like this a lot. The right brain is always looking for more. It's always looking for a deeper meaning. It can't help it. If you give her more and give her a deeper meaning, she's gonna love it. She's gonna love you. If you don't, well, no happy wife, no happy life. What I'm about to teach you is one of the most powerful learnings you can learn when it comes to understanding women, understanding yourself, and understanding how to increase your business and your sales. This directly applies to increasing sales. If you don't know how to do this, you are going to cut out over 50% of your sales. You're not going to understand people. People are not going to understand you. And this technique in this video and the next one are super easy. It's so easy. It's one phrase. It's one sentence. This is the shorter version of a longer video I made before, so I'm going to get right to the point right now. The left brain is the logical brain. It's the surface level processor. It's very good at what it does. It has an absolute place in life. But it will never help you get ahead in life. It will never help you understand your wife or your girlfriend. You will never have deeper connections, deeper emotional and meaningful connections. You will not understand each other in communication if you don't learn this one simple thing. Your left brain processes in a logical manner. It's the way it does it. It does it in what's called a linear fashion, L-I-N-E, line. It goes in a direct line. That's why we like to use the word direct, to the point, specific, in detail. Those are all left brain words because the left brain processes in this way. A woman can yell and scream at you till the end of days. It's never going to change the way the left brain processes. Just like you are never going to change the way the right brain processes. The right brain processes in a different way. It understands in a different way. If you speak to it in this process, using this unbelievably simple process, she suddenly is going to open up and she's going to understand you. And now she's going to have clarity. And now she's going to breathe deep, relax, and she's going to want to connect with you emotionally, and she's going to hug you and kiss you and love you for life. If you don't do this, oh no, not happy wife, not happy life, not good. These are two different computer processors, as different as the Apple computer processor compared to the IBM Linux computer processor. Linux goes in a line, the Apple goes in a circular expanding way. It is a different processor. It doesn't mean good, it doesn't mean bad, it doesn't mean right, it doesn't mean wrong. It just means different. If you were to go to Mexico and speak English, most people probably wouldn't understand you. It would be very frustrating. If you go to Mexico and speak Spanish, a lot of people there would suddenly understand you like it's freaking magic. Well, guess what? What I'm about to teach you is way easier than learning a language for 5 or 10 years. If you don't listen to this video, this is on you. This is your fault from now on. You can't claim, oh, I didn't know. Here we go. The left brain says A, it means A, that's it. It doesn't mean anything else. And most men are like, well, of course. What do you mean? Exactly. What do you mean? The right brain, it hears A, but then it says, well, what does that really mean? Or what's a deeper meaning of it? The right brain is always asking one of two questions. What does that really mean? Or what is a deeper meaning of it? It can't help it. Yelling at her, screaming at her, arguing with her is not going to change the fact that the Apple computer's processor processes in the way that it processes. You are not going to change it. Just like you're not going to change the way the right brain processes and understands information and communication. The right brain is life. It is the gift to life. It literally gives life and emotions to life. Without the right brain, life sucks. Without the right brain, everything is black or white. The lights are out at night. There's no colors, there's no flavors, there's no sounds. Everything is robotronic. There are no feelings. There are no emotions. There are no vibrant colors. There is no flavors. There is no smells. Everything is one. I am Robotron. I make $1 million a month. Nobody will talk to me. I do not understand, Mike. Why do I not have a wife who loves me? You wouldn't even give a shit if someone made $1 million and there was no emotions, no feelings, no fucking spices, no flavors of life. It's all about the flavors of life. The reason why you wanted to make $1 million a month is so you could get the girl or wife that stimulated your mind, your emotions, your feelings, and your sexual drive. Because that's what life is all about. Feelings, emotions, flavors, sounds, sights, vivid colors. The 5 senses. The right brain. Houston, we have liftoff. Part 2. How? Okay, here we go. So the left brain says A. That's it. There's nothing else. It's surface level. The right brain is always... Now remember how I said you can't change the way it processes? I'm telling you, it can't help it. It's designed to do this, and it has a really, really good purpose. Like I said, the 5 senses, flavors, emotions, feelings, sexual pleasure, gratification, contentment, emotional fulfillment. It's about all of that. It's why we work hard, so we can have a life that's more enriching, that's more enlivened. That's why we're here on the planet, to experience life. But Mike, what does that mean? There's the magic word. I said it again. That word is powerful, and it's so simple. Here's the cool thing. You don't have to lie. You don't have to manipulate. You don't have to trick. You don't have to come up with a cool opener or line. You literally just communicate in the way that her brain processes information. She understands you. She has clarity, and that will open up her heart. And now she'll have warm feelings for you. What do you mean, Mike? I said it again. Women do this so much and so often. It's just a natural way of communicating. Like people from Mexico speaking Spanish. They're like, why are you teaching this to people, Mike? Because they don't know how to do this. You do it so naturally, ladies, that you don't realize what you're doing. Here it is, right here. The right brain is always looking for a deeper meaning. It cannot help it. So here's what it's doing. It's asking one of two questions. What does that mean? Or what is a deeper meaning of it? If you do not tell her that, she's left with an empty blank canvas and she thinks you don't care. You're not even talking to her. and this is going to piss her off. So here's all you do. It's this simple. You either say or ask, what does that mean to you? Or what does that mean? Or what is a deeper meaning of what you're saying? Now here's the deal. There's two sets to this. You're looking for meaning. Their meaning, not your meaning. And that's one of the problems human beings have, both men and women. Women, I would say, are actually designed to look for meaning, whereas men aren't. They just assume, well, this word is this and it means that. No, it doesn't. There's like two parts of this. There's the meaning part, and then there's the definition part, which really helps you understand the meaning part, okay? Now here's what most people don't understand. One word can have 100 different meanings. It can have 1,000 different meanings. The challenge is you think it has this one or two definition. It either means this or it means that. No. One word can have a different meaning in every country, in every city, in every part of the city, in different cultures, in different religions, in different spiritual teachings, different meanings between men and women. For example, when a woman says A out of her right brain, it means A. But what men do unconsciously, they take those same words. Let's say she spoke a paragraph or two. He'll unconsciously bring it over to his left brain and filter it and process it through the left brain, the logical linear processor, and it changes the meaning to everything she just said. Communication is not what you think it means. Communication is not your definitions of the words that are coming out of their mouth. You need to start asking yourself, when they say this, what do they mean? You also need to ask them, so you said this. When you said this, what does that mean to you? Because they're the ones communicating. So you need to find out, well, what do these words mean to them? What is the definition to them? When you find out their definition, now we have understanding. So number one, when you're listening to someone, here's a skill set right here. I'm always asking myself, okay, they said this, what does that mean to them? I'm looking for a deeper meaning. They said this word, but what does that word mean to them? The problem with communication is everyone puts their definitions and their meanings onto the other person's words. The problem is everyone has different meanings, and words have different meanings in different contexts. See, this is why you have to really look for their meaning, because they're the one putting the pieces together. You can't put your definitions or meanings onto their words because you'll never understand them. You're going to misunderstand them, and this is the number one thing that men and women miss in communication. Especially if she shifts over from her left brain to her right brain and she's giving right brain definitions and meanings to words, and you're in your left brain thinking, okay, she said this, but it means this over here, B, and she screams, no, I said A, and A means A, and you're like, no, you said this, and this means B, and you guys will argue to freaking death. You have to learn to understand what is their definitions and meanings of the words that are coming out of their mouth. Now here's the other thing. Words change meaning over time. Literally, a word that meant one thing could literally completely mean a completely opposite, different meaning over a period of 10 years or 20 years or 100 years. Words change meaning all the time. A good example is when I was a little kid, I had 4 paper routes. I really wanted to buy these really expensive, what are they called? Hold on. Puma. This is when Puma was a huge, it was like Nike at the time. They were like the biggest retailer shoe store. They were selling tennis shoes, running shoes. So there was a tennis shoe, and they were blue suede with the white Puma thing going down the side. And I really had to get these shoes. So I saved up for 3 months. I didn't spend a dime. I had 4 paper routes because I really wanted to get these shoes, and I bought them. Now my brother Charlie and my brother Shane went to Hawaii with my dad to open up a restaurant. Now they were kids, they were in high school and middle school. So when they came back after a couple of years, I walked out into the kitchen with my brand new shoes on for the first time, my blue suede, Puma tennis shoes. I was really proud of them, and I was feeling really good. And my brother Charlie, my older brother, goes, "Man, Michael, those shoes are bad." And I looked at him like, "What do you mean they're bad? What's wrong with them?" He goes, No, they're bad. I'm like, "Why?" What? Now I'm thinking maybe they're dirty, or maybe something fell apart, there's a cut or something. And I'm looking, And my other brother goes, no, 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 no. He goes, they're not bad, they're good. I'm like, what? He goes, what he's saying is he's saying they're really good. And I'm like, what? And then again, my older brother goes, man, Michael, those shoes are bad. Blue suede shoes are bad. And I'm like, what's wrong with them? And I'm just crying. I literally started to cry. And my brother goes, no, no, no. My other brother, who's only a year and a half older, goes, no, no. He's trying to say they're really good. And I'm like, well, then why doesn't he just say that? Because the word back in the 70s, bad, was starting to mean good and really good. Especially the way you said it. Man, those are bad. This is the number one problem when people read the Bible. You are giving modern 2025 definitions to the words in a book that was written 2,000 years ago. Not only did all of these words have different meanings at that time, they had different meanings in different countries, in different cultures in the Middle East. Not only that, but the Bible was not written in English. It was written in Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic. Those are different languages which also have completely different meanings. And a lot of the words that are translated nowadays in the last 40, 50, 60 years, they're not taught in the church. They're given modern meanings that actually don't mean what the Bible actually meant. Now, I'm not saying anyone's good or bad. I'm just saying you're not understanding what it's actually saying. You want to make your wife happy? Happy wife, happy life? Ask her, what does that mean when you say that? Trust me, the right brain loves that word. What does that mean? It is the way that it processes information. She's going to love you. See, here's what happens. Her neurology literally gets lit up. Her right brain goes, it's like turning on the Christmas tree light. It is beautiful. It is happy. It is warm. She says, oh, here's what she'll do. She goes, oh, what does that mean? What it means is blah, 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 blah. Women love to express the word, not the word, but women love to express meaning to their communication. If all you have to do is when a woman talks for a while, say, okay, so you're saying this, this, and that, huh? And so what does that mean to you? Right there, please write that down, please. Just ask her, what does that mean to you? You want to make your wife happy? That's it. I was teaching this to an old friend of mine from when we were little kids in elementary, middle school. And he was married, Chrissy, who was like the cute girl in my class. And he's a little bit older. He was like 3 years older. And so I was like, wow, you married Chrissy? Damn, she was like the cutest girl in school. And so he's like, yeah, but she's asking me for a divorce. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? So I figured out what it was is that he was never expressing meaning. He never broke it down. He never asked her for clarity. He never said, well, what does that mean, etc. And when I said this to him, he got really, really quiet. It took me about an hour and a half to break this down. And he looked at me and goes, man, you know what? She used to tell me, I feel like I'm living with a stranger that speaks a foreign language that I can't understand. Guys, I'm telling you right now, women do not understand you. And I'm not just saying that to be mean or nice. They don't. Now here's the deal. Don't deny your wife the meaning. Because her right brain is her home. She's born using this. When you give her meaning, or when you ask her what does she mean, it's going to make her really, really happy. So please don't deny her this, because it really gives women clarity, because it's the way the right brain processes. You as the left brain being like, but that doesn't make sense, Mike. It does, because this is the way her right brain processes information. It's a patterned way that it has to understand and listen to communication. If you don't do it in this way, she's not going to understand you, and it's not going to be fun. Now here's the deal. Remember, this is right brain communication. How many times have I told you her mating system has a nerve that curves off to her right brain's communication center? When you communicate in a deeper level and give her meaning, it literally stimulates and lights up her neurology to her mating system, and thus it's like another Christmas tree, and now her heart is feeling warmth. Now she's feeling clarity, which relaxes her and helps her to understand you, and she's feeling warmth towards you. Don't be surprised if she breaks down crying or she just reaches out and hugs you. Guys, you have to understand, communication means everything to a woman. Her mating system is connected to it. Think about that for a minute. Right now, go to MikeKollin.com or CrackTheFemaleCode.com and buy my book, Crack the Female Code. It is 500 pages loaded with information, techniques, and understanding exactly like this. This is the easiest, simplest, most powerful thing you can do is ask her, what does that mean? When you say this, what does that mean? What does this mean to you? Or what is the deeper meaning of what you're saying? Write that down, guys. When a woman's talking to you, just wait a couple minutes and then ask her, well, what does that mean when you say that? Trust me, she's gonna like it. See, a lot of men are like, is she gonna get pissed off? No. And that's the thing we would think would get, because here's the deal. When a woman, okay, I want to watch this. So I teach this to a lot of guys, and they're like, well, isn't she gonna get pissed off like I'm being rude? I'm like, no. Here's why. Because the left brain says A. That's it. When a woman says, well, what does that mean? Men will flip out. And I mean, we're like, what do you mean? I just told you what it meant. Ah. And so now, even though you're not consciously thinking of that part, unconsciously, like, dude, this is going to piss my wife off. No. Believe it or not, when you're asking your wife or your girlfriend, well, what does that mean? Or what's a deeper meaning of what you're saying? They're going to love you. They're going to be like, oh, well, what that means is, and she's going to start talking, and she's going to be excited. Oh my God, he's starting to communicate. Guys, her mating system's connected to her right brain's communication center. When you start learning these processes and using them, her heart melts. She warms up to you. She opens up. Here's the thing. When you start saying things, oh, what does that mean? Or what does that mean to you? She's going to go inside her head and go, oh my God, my husband's not stupid anymore. You think I'm joking? I'm not joking. She's going to be proud of you. Wait a minute, are you saying that women think we're stupid? Yeah. Here's the funny thing, when you take my course, Cracked Female Code, and you learn the right brain way of communicating, you're going to look at men and go, oh my God, we're dumb. It's the funniest thing, because once you see it from the other side of the fence, you're like, oh my God, that's so narrow, that's so limited. See, you've been communicating this limited fashion, this limited way, that you don't even know that there's another way. And so you look at women like, well, why do you think I'm stupid? It's because, man, it is like 10% of communication. When you see it from the other wider perspective, you're going to be like, holy, I promise you, you're going to look at most men, and when they talk to you, you'll be like, dude, you got to be kidding me. Like, and you can't say anything to them because they're going to look at you like, what are you talking about? You're weird. You're going to be like, oh my God, I used to say that to my wife all the time. Here's the other thing. Your wife is going to be proud of you. Women are, she's going to show you off. She's going to bring you to her mother, her aunts, and listen to the way he talks. Oh my God. If you have ever said, I want more power, buy my book, Crack the Female Code. It is loaded with information like this. Remember, kick ass, be awesome, and make it happen. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mike Kollin at crackedfemalecode.com and MikeKollin.com. Click subscribe, click the like button, go ahead and make a comment, and remember, go ahead and support this channel by buying one of my dating and or relationship books for men or women. That's it. You can also make a donation as a PayPal link right there in the description box. God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.